Come on. Come on. There you go. Let me get my gaming juice. All right. Hello, everybody, ladies and germs. This is Candyman Gamer here, and welcome back to Let's Play Home. We're gonna continue where we left off, and where we left off, we found our wife dead. We found our best friend dead. Let me get my gaming juice. Let me turn off my volume on my phone for the live stream so I can message you guys back when you message me. Alrighty then. This way? Turn my volume up all the way too. What's that? Huh. It was like I didn't actually expect a reflection. It looked empty and drained. It was a key card I found in the factory. The one that allowed me to slip through that door. It seemed to me that it was probably Norman's, but if that was true, what was he doing back at the plant? Did I think Norman was going back to the factory? Yeah, I think so. Finally ran out of power. I don't think he killed anybody, but I think he was going to the power plant for sure. What's in here? The bathroom. The reflection on that grimy glass was only a shadow and a whisper. I still love the old type cloth-footed bathtub, though it seemed like a cold comfort then. I have no idea where I'm going. Maybe I'd use some of Rachel's travel books and find some place to go. That was decided. My old office safe sat on the floor. I used to keep tax records and other important documents in it. I used a digital passcode lock, but I didn't have the code. Maybe I had left it somewhere. I leafed through the notebook I had taken from the forest. In it were names that had been written down: Heather, Olivia, Ashley, Cheryl. I recalled the names I saw scratched out on that old desk deep within those musty tunnels. Was the man in that house really up to something? Which means I gotta find that safe code. That's what I gotta do, guys. I gotta find the safe code and I gotta crack this thing open. The help of a ring. I didn't know what to think. I just wanted to put this whole mess behind me. Oh, this is the letter. Which means I gotta go down one more floor. One more. Let me fix this light. This light's not even... How about now? Nope, I just closed it a little bit. Is this hot yet? Yeah, it's still hot, so I can't do that. I'll do this. I can't do it. So, I mean, we're stuck like this. I mean, at least we get to make it a little creepy. The midnight. It seemed like I had seen all there was. Maybe I thought I was ready to go back into the basement. Daddy's gone. We're not Going home. I've been there for a while. No. I'm not ready to leave the house. No. I guess we're leaving. Because I guess I didn't find the safe thing. Yes, you did. Living in this town hadn't been easy. The plant had helped in some ways to stay grounded. It kept me in line, gave me something to do, and helped me get away from my past. When the factory closed, everything changed. I guess that was when I had started sleepwalking, disappearing for hours at a time. I had MRIs and piles of doctor's reports, but nothing seemed to help. Not even drinking. But I swear I had tried to give it up. I know it. The sleepwalking never really went away, though. But I know Rachel had tried. I know she had tried to be there for me, even when everything was falling apart. This night had unearthed terrible truths, but I knew it was a final act of long-standing horror I'd been living. Waking up in that house tonight was the final cruelty. I wish I had remained unconscious in that room forever. It was obvious to me that the man I had found in that house had something to do with all this. Could he have killed Rachel? It started to seem that there were too many things I had seen to think otherwise. After making it out of those tunnels, I thought those sewers might feel safer. I was wrong. The security tape I had watched showed someone being attacked by what looked like two people. Bless me. But who was it that was attacked? I'd found that the contents of my wallet scattered throughout town. Why the hell had I been out there? Had my sleepwalking gone to some new extreme? The thought that I couldn't account for my whereabouts. But knew I had been to that forest and even Norman's place. Well, it was terrifying. I didn't know what that meant, but at least I had recovered my things. Hopefully, I thought that would cover my tracks, so I wouldn't be blamed for all this. Deep within those woods, though, was where things became truly awful. Finding that notebook only made things worse. Rachel's name had been on that list. So what terrible plot was she a part of? There was a similar list of names on that desk back in those tunnels. What was the connection? It was clear, at least, that Norman had been going back to the old plant. Maybe he was the one who had boarded up that locker room, who had been drinking up there in that secret hiding place. So had he killed the guard then? He must have. Maybe. He was found out. Or the guard had caught him on patrol. Damn it, Norman. Why? After the factory, I thought I might find some solace if I could just get to Norman's store. But all I had found were more horrors and more questions. Make sure you guys can actually hear me. Now that I really consider it, that's when I should have seen it coming. Norman, where were you? What were you and Rachel up to? It was obvious things were more complicated than I'd ever imagined. How long had you been going behind my back? More importantly, why, Norman? Whoever had killed Rachel had probably gone after you too. Maybe they knew about what you were up to. I would never know peace, Norman. Excuse me, but despite your transgressions, a part of me really did hope that you would. When I had marched through the rain towards home, I desperately clung to the hope that this would end. And I guess in a way it did, but how could I have known how hopeless it all was? I started to feel as disoriented as when I sleepwalked. To think of it now, I guess I should have known from the terrible silence that greeted me when I first stepped out into our house and stood there in the kitchen. There was no sound of television, radio, even the air was still. But seeing Rachel there, lying, ruined, and discarded in the basement, that was a horror I could never have imagined. I didn't know if I'd ever find the answer I craved, but I knew that somehow that other man I had found was responsible for this. If not directly, he must have had a hand in Rachel's death. So what was I doing in that damned house of his? Had I found out? Had I killed him? My damned condition made it difficult to know. Memories and time frames were always a mess, and I could never be sure. Knowing that man was dead, though, was cold comfort. My wife was gone, and no matter what happened to me now, I was lost forever. As I swung open the door and stepped out into the air, I caught the scent of wet grass and fog. Rachel, my beautiful wife. Just the thought of her again, cold and inert, shook me from head to toe. What would I do now? Who could I turn to? It would only be a matter of time before the police got involved, before the neighbors knew. The front lawn was soft and giving beneath my feet, and I couldn't shake the urge that I shouldn't stand, but rather that I should run. What? Well, I got a trophy, guys. Well, that was an inch. Looked at a lot of places more, but it was an interesting game. I like the storyline about he doesn't know what's going on, and such things like that, and about how we get the choice of whether to look at her body or not. I felt like he should, to know if it's really her, because I was kind of hoping. Home is dedicated to my wife Nancy. Watch your back. Gave me the tingles. I thought someone was behind me. The end. Hello, you look good. Alright, well, I enjoyed it. It was very interesting, and I liked the ways of how I could learn more and find out more answers, whether it was me or not. And we don't know. Still don't know, because I didn't find enough answers. If you want to find all the answers, play this game for yourself. It's on... It's like, what, $5 on the PlayStation Network store? I don't know how much it is on Steam, but it's probably like $5, $6. I got it for like $4.99. It was either $4.99 or $8.99, because I got 2 pixelated games, and I'm going to be playing the next one pretty soon. But thank you guys so much for watching. If you like this video, go ahead and smack that like button around or punch that subscribe button. If you're already a subscriber, go ahead and push around that share button and share it with somebody you think might like this video. And as always, I will see you dudes and dudettes in the next video. Sayonara. Woo! Wee!